the problem. Damn. Start patrolling. We're not done here yet. Great, that's what I needed. And yet not quite right. Are you telling me that Austria is not the Holy Roman Emperor? Normally when you discover the Holy Roman Emperor, the button shows up to display the HRE screen. But if I've discovered Austria and it's not there, unless they changed the rules... Bavaria? This game. Thank you. Sarian just linked the Danish flag. I want to have a quick look at it just to get the blood racing. Ah, that's nice. Okay, Bavaria is inland. That presents me with an moment. That's what it presents me with. Now, do you think that belongs to the Pope or to... No, it doesn't belong to the Pope. Every so often the game throws you a curveball, something you really wanted. And that was what I really wanted. Bavaria got the electors drunk. Chat gets all the best ideas. No. No, no, no. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. Disgusting. Anti-Rage says you could always war a member of the HRE. No thank you. Well, I mean, Bavaria certainly couldn't launch any ships at me. But then what could I launch at them? I know we're 200 million miles away, France, but how about being my friend? Gonna keep an eye on the Pope. If I could just convert Rome to pagan, what a laugh that would be. Now I know I said I wanted to go religious, but I'm starting to have second thoughts about that. Based on the fact that humanism is just so incredibly good, and the fact that if I really get the ball rolling, I'd never have enough missionaries to keep up anyway. And it might be beneficial just to get that. Religious unity, revolt risk is great, and heretics and heathens would be so acceptable inside my country that wouldn't really be feeling the revolt risk from them anyway. Cultures I'm not too worried about. Years of nationalism would be great. When fully unlocked we get cheaper ideas, eh? I really wanted religious. Well, I can cross that bridge when I get to it. I'm certainly a long way away from getting my second bunch of ideas. I've got the same number of ideas as France has, so clearly we're just as good as France. Works for me. There's no room for humanism when you kneel down in front of a pig. Hello 257 people, you are watching very little happening. I hope staying up until 4 AM was worth it. And it's going to be really funny if I get annexed before I start dropping nukes over Europe. Honestly though, it's going to be 1478 or so. Yeah, 1478 when I finally actually colonize Taiwan and fight Ming again. They'll call in the coalition of nobody. Oh, Crivens, they're allied with Ayuta, I forgot about that. I could fight Joe. They're also allied with Ayuta. Is there anyone you're not allied with? Not many, as it happens. And you desire a lot of provinces that are in my control. That isn't something I can readily deal with. Delhi and Malwa. Currently getting spanked by Cochin, but nah, surely not. Pratchett fan. I haven't read Terry Pratchett in a long year, in a lot of years. The situation may look calm right now in Southeast Asia, but it just takes Ayuta to pull the trigger. Or anyone really. And I'm doomed, so I need to think about what I'm going to do in that regard. With all those rebels, Ming is not about to be the one to do it, but Ayuta does desire a lot of provinces. Getting that alliance is going to prove tricky. Mind you, I would stand a chance at getting it back if I hired that statesman advisor. Still, as long as they have a militarist in charge, and he's very young, that's not likely to happen. I'm never going to be able to ally Shan with aggressive expansion like that. Ake is possible, especially since they're on the warpath against Malacca. However, if I do ally them and Ayuta starts fighting them, that could be problematic. Only if Ayuta brings in Shan, though. We will start getting chummy with Ake, just in case. None of those things are going to happen. Onwards and upwards. Jake, which interface do you use? I use the Better User Interface mod. It is fantastic. Never leave home without it. Okay, sometimes situations like that happened where although I was sitting in attrition land, or an attrition sea zone, I didn't take attrition. I don't know why that is. Aragon, please be fighting Byzantium. No, you're fighting the Ottomans, who are probably failing at fighting Byzantium. This is awful. Yeah, Better User Interface was updated within 24 hours. It now works fine with 1.7. Well, I say fine, there's a few hiccups here. I can't really see the claim strength of heirs and things are all over the place, but it's functional. Doesn't crash, or at least hasn't crashed on me yet. And it's worth it because it's paradox font. I don't know how normal people can read it, but I certainly cannot. I sold my sight to get good at this game. Viking, you've not missed anything. Nobody's missed anything. I'm just sailing about for the better part of an hour, doing nothing. Oh, Genoa. Well. You're too much. I can't handle you. Pope still has no friends, although he's improving relations with Castile, so I might be trying that. Tie-Dye says, Jake, how many tries did the world conquest take for you to get the achievement? It took me 2 tries. The entire thing is posted on an after-action report. Someone can link it for him if he has a few hours to spare, depending on your reading speed. Let's continue mapping out Europe. My first try of Ryukyu, I went east, penetrated right into the heart of the Americas, punched money out of them, and launched a mercenary gambit against the Iberians. It was successful, but then France and company went and kicked me right out again because I got far too much aggressive expansion. Second try, I simply marched west into Iberia, conquered them before they could get any kind of military technology. It was pretty fun. Not particularly interested in India. Taking land in there would be suicidal. It's extremely volatile, much more so than Southeast Asia. I have nothing to gain in India right now. Early game I was considering outright annexing Orissa, and by annexing them I would gain their vassal, and using that vassal I could core adjacent provinces to it because it was in my home continent. But ultimately I decided against that because I'd end up with land that gave me no money and just lots of revolts. It would constantly tank my prestige, whereas by not doing that I can enjoy being a cool dude with this 100 prestige, preventing my legitimacy from going down. Huh. Who are my rivals again? Champa, Lana, and Shan. Shan's probably the most likely to get rebels out of all of those. Lana has tragically been reduced to their starting territory. So Shan, how are those rebels treating you? Let's just give this a short go. Oh, a good amount of power projection, but just not enough to push me over the edge for the extra points. Lana has no possible rebels, and I bet you don't either. No. That's a shame. Well, too bad. I reckon I can get the alliance with Aka. I just need to push through for it. Push, push, push. Gotta smoke that ocean attrition. And Tunisia, please don't annex my fleet basing rights. I need those. I can't remember, does embargo give you 2 power projection points or just 1? Suppose there is a muckle easy way to find out. 1. What am I to do with 1? trying to remember off the top of my head anything else that gives anything else that gives power projection. I know that pirates do, but I don't have a fleet. I wonder if one bark would pay for itself. There we go. Let's see if I can get all the way to London. Also, I wonder what the reaction would be if it turns out France was under the English Personal Union. Guys, they won the 100 Years' War. Played an England game just to get that achievement, and also Master of India and the Rising Sun. It was painful how easy it was. Personal Union France, and just steamrolled the game. Needless to say, never played with them since. Only a couple of years away from getting the next technology, which means we can start wasting all our money on colonization. Oh, Ming. What irks me though is I'm not going to be seeing Shun rising up out of you, just Joe. And Joe isn't good enough. I think I would fight Joe if they just didn't have those bloody alliances with Ayuta and Shan. Still, I really need to get a war going to keep my vassals busy, or else they're going to really start consider rebelling against me. That would be no good. I'm asked if I've ever done a Georgia game. I have not, at least not in Europa 4. I know they're extremely difficult though, and I have the utmost respect for anyone that survives as them. I won't see Shun or Shi because their culture is the same as Ming's primary culture. They're all part of Han. I might see them if they pop out of Manchu though, but Manchu seems to be doing a good job of taking care of its provinces, even though they had a peasant war, so yeah, top job on you, Manchu. Rest in peace, Zoirat. Rest in wrecked. I've been streaming for 1 hour and 18 minutes and 57 seconds, and it has been a non-stop roller coaster ride. Gotta hand it to Ken, he's been on the trot for a long time. He's not dead. There's been no Iberian wedding so far. Oh, but the Burgundian inheritance is certainly fired. And wait, that colour there. Wait, what is that? Can anyone else see that? It's kind of like a strange blurple glow. It's making me feel uneasy, so let's look away from that. Yeah, no Iberian wedding yet. War of the Roses hype! Pegasus 010 asks, whoa man, chat's moving way too fast for me here. How important is the HRE to your Europe nuking plan? Not at all. I will destroy the HRE. I hate it so much. Maybe hate's too strong a word to use for something you don't really like that much. I don't like the idea of leading the HRE. I don't like the idea of forming the HRE. But I do like the idea of fighting the HRE. They were such a glorious final boss for my last Ryukyu run. Carved enough grey skin off of them for plenty of coats and my luggage to boot. Rest in peace, Pominaria. Oh, I have a little trick to show off, since practically nothing has happened during this stream. Let me show a little trick that any budding colonizers can use. Should be particularly helpful for people that want to get an early start as Castile or Portugal. I'm sure that many of you have been out exploring the oceans and your ships have sunk due to attrition. So, in such a situation, you've got one ship desperately trying to come home and it's about to die, and you've got another ship. You take a fresh ship and you send it out towards that other one. So you take the ship that's on its last legs with its explorer on it, and you switch the two around. And now the fresh ship has the explorer on it, and it's much more likely to survive. Then you can go on exploring with that. Or you can take it home to safety. The important thing is you can scuttle the ship, but you want the explorer to survive. Because if a ship dies, it also disbands the leader, and you want to keep the leader, obviously. Otherwise it's another 50 diplomatic points to hire another one. Also 277 watchers. Bloody hell. This was not part of the plan. Oh gee, thank God, I thought that was something else. Declared war on Champa. Conquest. You're probably not going to pull in your allies though. I mean, why would you? You pulled in Joe rather. Wonder I sometimes do. If I enforced peace, then I could get the jump on Ayuta. Ayuta has Tech 4, we're at 3, 3, 3, and 3. Champa's at 3. Yeah, you know what? You can have Champa. That said, I'm almost at Tech 4. I'm the one with all the men. And if I'm the one leading the battle, then we'd be using my tactics. They would fall prey to my tactics. Still, Ayuta has a mighty number of men. But Joe's got so little. And I could annex Joe and spit them out as a pagan, but is that really what I want? No, with that much base tax I wouldn't be able to annex them, not by a long shot. I wish there was an easy way to count up provinces' war score costs. ECAT says, am I using special music? Yes I am. I'm using the music from Europa 3, Europa 4 and Crusader Kings 2. I used to have the original Falalan music as well, but YouTube gets really arsey about me over that. And they keep flagging me. And as much as I try to say that strikes against my account are only a number, they just don't buy it. Okay, one more year, and we can finally colonize Taiwan and fight Ming. As if that's going to be how it goes. Could almost get that alliance with Ake, which is quite nice. I'm having brain waves here. I'm getting crazy ideas. No. Still a long way from annexing the Vietnamese, but the Lang Shang are getting closer. Quite a bit closer. Pegu still nowhere near. That's just not going to happen. But time is actually something I'm not too concerned with in this world conquest run. Obviously I don't want to be waiting until 1550 to get the ball rolling. But I have quiet confidence in what I'm doing here. I look forward to reminding you why you started that coalition, Ming. Allied with the Yuta and Lan Na. Wonder if there's any way to bait you. And Lan Na. Lan Na is only allied with Ming. So if I fought you, then it would be get wrecked sunshine. If I went no Cassis against you, that would piss off Shan. But I don't really care much about Shan. The important thing would be fighting Ming itself. No CB Lan Na and Steam Ming. Then I could cut off a good chunk of Ming. Yeah. Okay, I'll keep that idea in my mind. Jake, could you rename 2 of your provinces Get and Wrecked? Well, I'd love to, but I have 1 province only. Jake, when did you change your Taiwan colonization plan? I haven't changed it. I'll be able to colonize Taiwan next year when I'm able to take the next diplomatic technology. 8th of August, 1478. So roughly 1 year from now. Rename the provinces Get and Wrecked. Wonderful. Gone over the Irish Sea, Meath. Oh yeah, my home, unconquerable. All provinces should be named Ryukyu. That's quite funny. It would also make it very difficult to do anything. I saw that river and thought that Wales had crushed central England. Obviously getting my hopes up too much there. France is getting huge, but they have a coalition of one country against them, and it's Ferrara. Best of luck, Ferrara. So I wonder how Austria lost the imperial throne. Unfortunately, because I can't see Bavaria, I can't see why they don't have it. Oh, my explorer is dead, but he did everything he needed to do. He went above and beyond the call of duty, did Ken. I now see everything I need to see. Castilian conquest of Iran, and why are the Byzantines still on the map? God. I'm not stopping just yet, but for all the people that are bemoaning how late this is going on, next week I will be shifting the broadcast time significantly. Like it would be 8 hours after this or so, maybe thereabouts. What time's it now anyway? Yeah, so it would be about 7 or 8 hours after this is when I'd start the stream. Because even I'm getting a bit tired. Been at work all day. Or rather all night. Come home, gotta tax my head over Ryukyun matters. What an underperforming Ottoman, although I am very happy that Ramazan is still alive. Mission to conquer Serbia. Good luck with that. Guys, please, these are my fleets. I have my rights. Still paying my harbour fees for them, certainly not paying my troops. But damn, do I wish I had a bit more income. Taiwan's gonna make me broke inside a few years. Because colonial maintenance is something like 2 or so ducats for the colony. I could only keep it going for 100 months, which isn't that long. Vassalize the Greeks, yeah, because I'm in a position to defend them. What I ought to be doing is annexing my vassals, but you know, I think I missed a trick early on. I should have annexed them and released them as pagans, but I was thinking I didn't want them to be so broken apart. They get destroyed by rebels. If all this went tits up, I would restart it by annexing them and releasing them. That would get rid of their aggressive expansion towards me, and I'd be able to integrate them so much faster. So yeah, I definitely screwed up at the start. But I'm just going to have to deal with that. Now a nice thing would be if Ming fought Manchu. I wonder if a Yuta would get involved in that. I also wonder who would be fighting who. But damn, why do you have to ally everyone? Even if I do fight Lan Na, Ming gets involved and Ming drags in a Yuta. Yeah, they're friendly towards each other, so no matter how wrecked Ming gets, they'd still join in the war. Tricky. Oh, I got excited there. It's not yet time for my diplotech, but military tech, which is every bit as important, especially since Lang Zhang has also joined us on that front. Still, war with a Yuta would be suicide. Timurids, defender of the faith. They would protect Malacca. Yeah. I do wonder about that. Do I even want Akka as an ally? Troubles me. While I stop and think all this stuff over, the world is revolving. And I can't slow it down. And oh my god, Japan's almost fully formed. Terrifying. Hostile towards me. Mission to conquer Okinawa. I can feel the sweat dripping down right now. Perhaps I should make a quicker move towards Europe. If I just annexed and released those vassals, I could have integrated them by now. But still, I can't justify trade conflicts. I don't have any light ships. I won't have any ships if this war keeps going on over here. I can no longer get my fleet basing rights at short notice. But I reckon we could get as far as Mombasa. That's what I'm going to be banking on here. Onwards and upwards, my friends. Annex the remaining daimyos and get Japan for free. I don't think it would work quite that way. Maybe it would, but I'm not in a position to research it. Oh, hold on, what? This wouldn't call in Japan? They must have done Japan as united or something, because they don't have any vassals. And Japan probably has a fleet that far outnumbers me and my vassals. Japan, 15 lightships, 17 galleys. Wow. That would be troublesome, but not something I couldn't deal with. At least I don't think so. So what can I do? I could, potentially, do something crazy. They want Okinawa anyway, don't they? Don't they just? Rubino and Pope, tell me your secrets. Oh, vassal back. Well, forget that one then. Pope, tell me your secrets. Also, is there a defender of the Catholic faith? Great. The Papal State has 6,000 men. And he's at Tech 6. He'd probably brutalize me. Probably brutalize me. What's a man to do? I was briefly considering moving myself to Italy. Heck, if Japan comes for me, then I wouldn't even have the choice if I can't get my troops over there in time. This may have to go a bit slower than I want it to. Whoa! Alright, so they're going to want to conquer me, so they're just going to march over and take it. Which means I have to be prepared to do something else. Vassals alone won't cut the mustard here. I need to take definite action. But what? If I don't do something, that's game over. Get my army maintenance up so they can't instantly wipe my island. Well, we'll do what we can. try to get Taiwan under our control. Not sure what good it'll do. This could be rest in pieces. Well, there's nothing I can do without a diplomat anyway. Alright, welcome to the fold, Taiwan. I had to get my colonist over there. Jeez, 25 or 0 per year. I think I'd rather have the 0 and just rely on the new settler chance. Good enough. Oh boy. We're going all out. If I fought Joe, that would be not good. If I fought you, that would be not good. You still hate my guts. I wonder if you're interested in annexing Champa. I hope you're not, but it might be better if I just watch and see what happens. 100% blockade of Ryukyu. Not good. Sure hope they don't take all my money. Yeah, this could well be GG. That'll teach me for not annexing when I was over here. Alright, Okinawa, you gotta hold strong. Like, really strong. Oh, wow. Ayuta went full berserk on that one. Terrible. This undoubtedly means the loss of Okinawa, but can I capitalize on that in some way? If I fought Lan Na, I have a suspicion that Ming might not join in because they're wrecked with rebels. They still might though, and if they do, then they'd bring in their friends, which would cause this to be a horribly expensive war. But the alternatives... yeah, I don't have the luxury of an alternative. Lo and behold, a zero shock leader. Not doing me any favors. But I gotta push forward. He's got 1 point in siege, and I'll have to put that to use. Oh, you've got 3 points in siege. You know what? Forget you. And do attach to me. If I can take this province quickly enough. And if I can get a pop-up and pause when Okinawa falls, I might be able to pull through this. I'd rather have Taiwan than Okinawa anyway. Right, that's very important. What's it called when someone takes control of your province? You can tell I use this often. I need to find when one of our provinces gets occupied. Enemies. When an enemy scorches one of our provinces, that isn't even possible. Yeah, looking up siege is a good idea. When the enemy lays down a siege to one of our fortresses. It's not the one I'm looking for. When a siege is over. Yeah. I want that to pop up and pause. I also need this province to fall. It's a shame it's a level 2 whilst I've just got a level 1. Oh man, don't pull away. I needed you there. Yeah, Ayuta got involved. That's not good. My vassal's having very strange ideas of what it means to attach to me. Yeah, this is looking like GG. Never give up. Never surrender! Oh no, I don't want to reinforce that kind of defeat. Yeah, you're right about that one siege guy, but thankfully Arakan jumped onto me with his one siege individual. And if I can take over the siege of Wenhan, give it to me. Oh, they breached Okinawa. Oh, this is really bad, is what it is. I think that might have been quite loud. Alright, come on. Perfect. Lan Zhang, you have saved the day. I hope Japan don't see... Oh good. Japan don't actually want me to lose any of my vassals. They're going to want the islands and hopefully nothing else. And our declaration of war has made Zhou want to fight as well. So we're no longer outnumbered. And we're never outgunned. Come on, I live for this. Shan isn't involved in the wars, so why is he fighting Zhou Rebs? Absolutely great. Do me a favor and take Okinawa right now, or Japan. "293 people watching me get wrecked by Japan." Okay, Okinawa has fallen. I can't offer them it? Why have they only got 5 war score? Is my colony worth that much? Just in case. Right, seems I can't do anything with just that. I had wanted to just give it to them. So hold on, why can't I offer them my capital? Eh? Yeah, anyone in the chat got a suggestion as to why Japan can't take this in their war demands? Conquest of Okinawa. They've occupied Okinawa, but I can't offer it to them. Probably because Taiwan's my only other province. I could abandon Taiwan, but then I wouldn't be able to offer them anything other than money. That'd be very risky to abandon Taiwan. Very risky indeed. Also, Japan would only come back later if I don't just give them the province. Still, it's amazing that their war score is so low. Maybe they have to occupy Taiwan as well. But I wonder if they'll even try. Or they're just going to sit and laugh at me as I rack up all this war exhaustion. I'm afraid I don't have fleet basing right money to spare at the moment. Japan, what are you up to? Oh, right, now they want to siege down my vassals. This ain't so good. I don't want to abandon Taiwan. Oh, that is way too loud.